Okay, this is for the success of the matter. Let's see if it works. I've had this Jeep Liberty down for about 6 months now. Haven't been able to find anyone to work on it. And apparently it's a difficult engine to work on. My first diesel, I had a bad timing belt, replaced it, but it failed prematurely at about 5,000 miles. And it took out a couple of rocker arms, and I have not successfully been able to install the intake manifold, and nowhere on YouTube have I been able to find a fix. So no choices, and I'm making payments on this vehicle. I need it up and running. So what I've done is I got some ball bearing grease. Hopefully it's not going to be a problem. I'll change the oil immediately, do a flush. But I put it on top of each one of the lifter springs and underneath the rocker arm on the valve side. And hopefully that'll keep the valve lifters in place, because I've had a problem when I installed the intake, the lifters flip off. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of sheet metal, put it on top of the rocker arms that are currently in place and held together with a little grease, bearing grease, and see what happens. So hopefully you'll see the outcome soon. Sorry for this, it may be a little wavy, but bear with me. I'm going to place the sheet metal on top of my intake valves and lifters. And we'll see what happens. I've prepped my intake, and I'll see if I can slide it in there. As you can see, I've gone ahead and placed the sheet metal underneath the intake and placed the intake in there. Technically it's a valve cover according to Jeep, but for all practical purposes it's an intake. And I'm going to go ahead and try to slide it in there, see what happens. Now it's kind of difficult to see. I wish I could explain it a little bit, but if I lift up the sheet metal and I took a flashlight, I can see that all the rocker arms are actually surprisingly aligned. I'll see if I can pull this sheet metal out, and I hope that it stays put. Stay tuned. Oh my word. It appears that I got it. This will be the first for doing auto mechanic work outside and turning it into YouTube. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'll try to leave as much information as I can. A lot more work to be had, but I think this just saved me about $500. One shop was willing to do it, but they were going to charge an arm and a leg. So now for another 5.5 to 6 hours worth of work to put the timing back on and rebuild her.